Hello students, welcome to the fourth video for thermodynamics. In the last video, we stopped at the temperature. I told you clearly in the last video, before 1954, thermometers were constructed based on the two temperature limits. After 1954, the thermometers have been constructing based on the single fixed temperature limit, that is triple point state temperature. The general relation between for an ordinary thermometer, the general relation between temperature and thermometric property X is T is proportional to X. For removing or eliminating the proportional limit, I am taking constants T equal to Ax plus B, where A and B are constants. Those two constants can be found from the two fixed temperature limits. One is ice point and other one is steam point. Steam point. Steam point is the equilibrium temperature between the saturated water and saturated vapor. Ice point is the equilibrium temperature between the ice and the water. At ice point, as we know, T is becoming Ti. Ti means temperature at ice point. That Ti is 0 degree centigrade in SI system or 32 degree Fahrenheit in British system. At ice point, T becomes Ti, that Ti equal 0 degree centigrade in SI system or 32 degree Fahrenheit in British system. When T is becoming Ti, X becomes Xi. Xi be the thermometric property. Thermometric property means expansion length of the mercury when the sensor is exposed to the ice point. With this information, let us write an equation. T becomes Ti here. Ti equal to Axi plus B. Let this is the equation number 1. Similarly, at steam point T becomes Ts. That Ts is steam point temperature. It is equal to 100 degree centigrade in SI system or 212 degree Fahrenheit in British system. When T is becoming Ts, X becomes Xs. Xs means expansion length of the mercury when the sensor is exposed to the steam point. With this information or for this information, let us write another equation, that is Ts equal to Axs plus B. Axs plus B. Let us assume this is the equation number 2. To get the two constants, namely A and B, let us solve these two equations. Write the equations, equation 2 minus equation 1. Equation 2 minus equation 1, it gives Ts minus Ti equal to A into Xs minus Xi. From this you can find one of the constants, namely A. A equal to Ts minus Ti divided by Xs minus Xi. You put this A value either in equation 2 or equation 1 for getting the second constant. Now I am going to put this A value in the equation 1. Equation 1 is Ti equal to Axi plus B. Ti equal to A value Ts minus Ti divided by Xs minus Xi into Xi plus B. From this the second constant B equal to Ti minus Ts minus Ti divided by Xs minus Xi into Xi. So you put this A value and B value in the main relation for getting the general relation between the temperature and thermometric property. So T equal to Ax plus B be the general relation. T equal to A A equal to Ts minus Ti divided by Xs minus Xi plus into X this X plus B value Ti minus Ti minus Ts minus Ti divided by Xs minus Xi into Xi. Let us simplify this value. It is equal to Ti plus Ts minus Ti divided by Xs minus Xi into X minus Xi. This is the general relation for finding the temperature at any thermometric property X. From this I can find the temperature if thermometric property is given in the problem, or thermometric property can be found when the temperature T is given. This Ts and Ti need not be given in the problem because this Ts is 100 degree centigrade, Ti is 0 degree centigrade in SI system, or Ts is 212 degree Fahrenheit and Ti is 32 degree Fahrenheit in British system or English system. Now let us talk about the absolute temperature. Before going to discuss the absolute temperature, let us define the absolute zero temperature. Absolute zero temperature. Absolute zero temperature means the temperature at which the molecular momentum is zero. The temperature at which the molecular momentum is absent is called absolute zero temperature. That absolute zero temperature can be found like this. Let us take some gas in a container. Let us take some gas in a container. Assume the gas in the container is maintaining the temperature some 20 degrees centigrade and volume of that gas is some 3 meter cube. To mark the gas state of the gas with a temperature 20 degrees centigrade and 3 meter cube, you need to take the scale. Let us take scale is 1 centimeter is equal to 10 degrees centigrade. 1 centimeter equal to 10 degrees centigrade for x coordinate. It means I am going to take temperature on x coordinate, volume on y coordinate, and 1 centimeter equal to some 1 meter cube for y coordinate. With this information, let us mark the state of the gas, which is available at 20 degrees centigrade with a volume 3 meter cube. Let us mark the state of the gas, temperature on x coordinate, volume on the y coordinate. The temperature may be in degree centigrade, volume may be in meter cube. Temperature is 20 degrees centigrade, but scale is 1 centimeter equal to 10 degrees centigrade. 20 divided by 10 equal to 2. You try to mark a point on the temperature coordinate at a distance of 2 centimeters from the origin, maybe 0 degree centigrade. From that point, project a vertical line is representing the constant temperature, that is 20 degrees centigrade. Similarly, the volume is 3 meter cube. 3 divided by 1 equal to 3. Try to mark a point on the volume coordinate at a distance of 3 centimeters from the origin. From that point, project a horizontal line is representing 3 meter cube. Wherever these two lines are meeting, that is the state of the gas. This is the initial state of the gas. Initial state of the gas. That is how state of gas. That is how you can mark the state of the gas. Now, when you cool this gas by keeping it in the refrigerator, once you keep the gas in the refrigerator, or once you keep the gas container in the refrigerator, since the refrigerated space is maintaining low temperature, this gas keep on dumping the heat to the surroundings. Once the gases keep on dumping the heat to the surroundings, the temperature of this gas is keeping on decreasing. Once the temperature of the gas is decreasing, molecular free motion is decreasing. Therefore, along with the temperature, volume occupied by the gas is decreasing. Volume occupied by the gas due to free motion is keeping on decreasing. Now, this is the state corresponding to 0 degree centigrade. Even after the gas reaches to 0 degree centigrade, it maintains the volume equal to V naught. V naught be the volume occupied by the gas due to free motion at 0 degree centigrade. Volume occupied by the gas due to free motion means, let us take a classroom. Assume by the time the 100 students in the classroom are sitting, they are occupying some volume. The volume occupied by the students while they are sitting may be 2 meter cube. The room volume may be 5 meter cube. Then the volume available for the teacher for roaming here and there is room volume minus volume occupied by the students. So 5 minus 2 is 3 meter cube is the volume available for the teacher who can comfortably roam here and there. So that 3 meter cube volume is the volume occupied by the teacher while he is freely roaming. Similarly, V naught be the volume occupied by the gas due to free motion at 0 degree centigrade. Now, if you further cool the gas in negative temperature, because of further cooling, the temperature is keeping on decreasing. Once the temperature is keeping on decreasing, volume occupied by the gas keep on decreasing at a particular state or at a temperature of minus 273.15 degrees centigrade. That means when you cool the gas to a temperature minus 273.15 degrees centigrade, at this particular state, the molecules present in the gas are unable to move from one location to another location. Since the molecular momentum is zero at this particular state, that state is called absolute zero state. Absolute zero state. Absolute zero state means the state at which the molecular momentum is absent is called absolute zero state. The temperature at that absolute zero state is called absolute zero temperature, and the corresponding pressure is called absolute zero pressure. Remember, at this absolute zero state, specific heat at constant pressure and specific heat at constant volume both are equal. As we know, gamma is the adiabatic index, equal to Cp by Cv. At absolute zero state, Cp and Cv both are identical, therefore gamma equal to 1. Gamma equal to 1, as you know, gamma equal to 1.4 for air at environmental condition. Gamma equal that the isothermal index, thermodynamically gamma is called adiabatic index. Isothermal index is 1, adiabatic index is 1.4. But at absolute zero state, isothermal index and adiabatic index both are identical. Therefore, the isothermal process and adiabatic process both are identical only at absolute zero state. Other than at absolute zero state, the isothermal process and adiabatic process never be identical. And one more important information is, at this absolute zero state, the energy possessed by the gas is zero. The internal energy possessed by the gas is zero. Entropy of that gas also zero. You can also say enthalpy of the gas is also zero. That means this is the reference state for measuring the temperature, or pressure or entropy or enthalpy or internal energy. Anyhow, The state at which the molecular momentum is zero is called absolute zero state. The temperature at that state is called absolute zero temperature. Corresponding pressure is called absolute zero pressure. If you measure the pressure based on this absolute zero pressure, that pressure is called absolute pressure. That absolute pressure equal to atmospheric pressure plus or minus gas pressure. Similarly, the temperature which is measured based on this absolute zero temperature is called absolute temperature. Generally, absolute temperature denoted by capital T. Absolute temperature denoted by capital T. That absolute temperature equal to thermometer reading in degree centigrade plus 273.15. The resultant unit is Kelvin. The resultant unit is Kelvin in SI system. The absolute temperature is denoted by capital T, and that absolute temperature capital T equal to thermometer reading in degree centigrade plus 273.15. The resultant unit is Kelvin in SI system. Similarly, absolute temperature equal to thermometer reading in degree Fahrenheit plus 460. The resultant unit is Rankine in British system or English system. That means Rankine scale is the absolute scale for Fahrenheit scale, whereas Kelvin scale is the absolute temperature scale for centigrade scale. It means in the international market there are 4 scales are available mainly: Celsius scale, Fahrenheit scale. The absolute temperature scale for Celsius scale is Kelvin scale, and absolute temperature scale for Fahrenheit scale is Rankine scale. Anyhow, Kelvin scale and Rankine scale both are coming under absolute temperature scales. With this, the thermometry is completed.